What's up, roses? It's your girl, Hermosa Rosa, the rose that grew from concrete. You already know. I am here today to explain to all my fellow artists, friends, and maybe even if you're not an artist, you could probably benefit from this. I'm going to be showing you guys how I use Mod Podge, which is a clear acrylic sealant that most artists use when finishing their paintings. Um, Unfortunately, I just discovered this as an artist, and I'm so mad because I've had paintings in the past that I used watercolor on and they faded. I had to repaint them. So as an artist, you don't want to put in all that time and effort and sell that painting to a client possibly, and then further down the line, it fades. So you want your artwork to last maybe even beyond you, like beyond lifetimes, generations. If we think about artwork that is found in the art museum today, those pieces of artwork are old as dirt and they look pristine. I mean, immaculate. Everything still looks intact. So what I'm saying to you guys is that you need to get you some Mod Podge because that stuff is going to take your paintings to a whole new level. If you don't already know how to use it, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. But I will be doing the demonstration outside because this product is very strong. It even says on the back that it has a cancer and reproductive harm. So you don't want to breathe this stuff in. But I'm definitely going to show you the two that I use, which this one is an orange bottle. It is Mod Podge as well. And this one says gloss at the top and it says clear acrylic sealer. This one says super high shine, but it is also Mod Podge. And it is also a clear acrylic sealer. The difference, if you notice, is that this one is going to have a high shine to it. So it has that real glossy psychedelic effect, whereas this has a very subtle gloss to it, just a very thin layer. You can barely notice it and it doesn't take away from the painting. So those two are my favorite as far as Mod Podge is concerned. When doing a acrylic painting on a canvas, you want to make sure that you're sealing that paint. So what I recommend is after you're done painting, give it about 24 hours if you want to sit that painting somewhere, if you want to hang it up for it to dry. Just make sure that it's dry. I don't care what you do. If you use a hair dryer, I don't care. Just make sure that the painting is all the way dry before you use Mod Podge, because if you have a wet painting and you try to gloss it over, everything is going to start blending together. The paint is going to start to maybe disintegrate in some areas. Maybe it'll start to mix with the Sharpie that you used underneath. It will just become a catastrophe. So to avoid all that, make sure that your painting is dry, okay? After your painting is dry, you want to make sure that you're keeping at least a foot away from the painting when you're spraying the Mod Podge. Like I said, it's very strong. You don't want to breathe that in. And I typically use a face mask, one of those cotton face masks. You can get them from Amazon in a pack. I like to use those because I don't want to breathe in all of those toxins when I'm spraying my painting. You can do it in an open area if you prefer, like a field. I typically do it in my apartment, which is bad, but what I do is I open up all the windows so that airflow is coming through. So if you are like me and you know, we're at a point in time right now that we're confined, so you want to make sure that you're putting it somewhere that you can get that airflow. Then you are spraying coats evenly across the painting with the Mod Podge. After you have completed that, you want to make sure that it dries for at least a day before selling it or hanging it up. Okay, so that's pretty much all to it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys later on. I'm gonna go outside and show you guys how I actually do it as far as the Mod Podge. But I do thank you guys for your support and for watching, and stay tuned.